I want my demands. You know, some of your demands that you hammer God for can last you a lifetime. Think with me. And they destroy the very benefits that you expected God to give you. Am I right? You aren't happy with it. Do you ever stop and think about this? If you are a Christian, then God knows what you need before you ask. He likes to hear you. Why do you think Jesus, people say to me, well, is it wrong to keep praying and praying for the same thing? Jesus went out in the Garden of Gethsemane before they put him on the cross, and 2 times he went back and prayed the same prayer. Think about it. Now, let me tell you, the only thing you need to do is 3 things in your life. You need to live, you need to endure, and you're going to die. And there isn't anything more satisfying in the life of anybody here today than to be able to have food on your table, to have a job, and to be able to sleep all night and get up the next morning refreshed. Think about it. That's all you need. Now, Jesus, hearing his messianic title, he went to these blind men and he said, think about this. It'll be on the test. Are you able? Do you believe that I can do this? What would you answer? Just like they did, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. And Jesus simply said to them, so mote it be. And they received their sight. But watch this. Jesus said to those men, as with the tradition and the custom of their worship, you boys, now that you can see, go on to the priest and give your offering, keep your mouth shut. And he used a very stern word in the Greek. Could you keep your mouth shut once you got your eyesight restored?
Yeah.
Well, why did Jesus tell them not to say anything about it? Listen to me real careful. When life is good, you're not worried about a thing. But those who were sick and ill, they sought physical healing. I don't care what's being preached, baby. I don't know what is being taught today, but if I can get rid of the cancer, I'm going to be the first one in line. Some got up in the morning and said, hey, I don't have anything to do. Let's go down and see the circus. Maybe he'll feed us. Maybe it'll be free food. Let's go hang out with the Christian people. Jesus was trying to make the point that too much was on healing. Boys, you don't need to be spreading. My fame is already out all over the country. I need to heal you spiritually. You need to listen to the gospel message and the importance of it. You know, we come to church today and don't have a clue what the preacher has said or what the Bible has taught us. According to your faith, be it unto you. Stop and think with me for a minute. I'm going to go into the close of this message. Jesus wanted to discourage people from coming to be healed. He wanted to open their minds. There's more than physical healing. There's spiritual healing. You can be well and happy all through your physical life, but when you die, wake up in torment, is what Jesus is trying to tell them. There's more to this healing than just physical healing.
Amen.
And you're putting too much emphasis, folks, on physical healing. When Jesus left from these men, he also ran into another well-known man in the community who was mute and had a demon. Now, it says well-known man. If you research the scriptures, the fellow was known. You know everybody in the community. But he had friends. Here's what Jesus is trying to say. Friends and family. Are you interested enough to get the mute man to the feet of Jesus, to the foot of Jesus, so that his ears will be open and that he can hear for the first time the gospel preached? How many of you will seek in the very presence of your own family or your own grandchildren that they be not muted to the gospel and get them into Sunday school? Or is your attention focused somewhere else? Is your attention focused on you and what you want done? I'm going to tell you something. You have accountability. You better start being careful how you use your inability to serve God. You got more excuses than a Philadelphia lawyer's got court cases on a Monday morning. You've always got something to do. Church is never first place in your life. Where are the folks here this morning? I listen to them tell me, oh, Brother Roy, great message, see you Monday. I don't like for people to lie to me. I hear it all week long.
Amen.
Now, man witnessed a miracle. The demon was cast out. The man could hear the gospel. He had received an opportunity to receive salvation by grace through what Jesus Christ did with his shed blood on the cross for the remission of your sin and mine. We're bought and paid for it. You know, when you live in a good life, you don't have any problem. You don't need any spiritual healing. Think with me. When everything is good and you got all the trips to the beach and everything is just wonderful, you thinking about God, you get to the beach on Sunday morning and you're a God-fearing, true blue Christian. How many of you got up on the beach Sunday morning and went to church? No. You lie to the preacher. Think about this. When everything is good, you don't have any religious convictions or feelings. But I want you to remember there was an old girl by the name of Rahab, and she was a prostitute and had a real good business. And she'd heard the stories about the Jews and what this God of the Jewish people had done for all of the Hebrew people. And on that fateful day when she looked out that window and looked across that river and saw 1,500,000 Jews over there, she knew that river wasn't going to stop them. But she did business with God. You need to read it. Amen. She did business with God. Even when you've got it all and life is good, you need to do business with God. You have no idea when your heart's going to stop. And when you wake up on the other side and you are in a place of suffering and torment, there is no turning back. There's no, oops, God, I screwed this one up.
No.
There's no turning back. What part of this do you never think about? You see, when life is good, you're so dumb you have not yet figured out that that's a tool of Satan. I hate to say that to you, but you're so dumb you can't figure out that being a good life is a tool of Satan. Have you done business with God? See, the good life led Festus to say,
Son.
it's a great and powerful story. Almost you have what? Convinced me? Almost and close. Only counting what? Hand grenades and what? Horseshoes. Pilate said, listen, I know there's a complication here. I know that he's a preacher and they're telling me who he is and what he is. What do you want me to do? Listen, I'm telling you, don't use asking somebody around you, well, what do you want me to do? You've got to deal. You've got accountability. You better deal with Jesus Christ.
Amen.
You need to deal with him. You need to get serious and get over this LG syndrome. Life is really good, baby. Every head bowed and every eye closed. Father, again this morning, my prayer is that we've listened with care here this morning. When Pilate said, what do you want me to do with him? Accountability again. It's accountability on your behalf of your own salvation. It's accountability for you to put steps on your feet. If you're ever going to reach the back door, you're going to have to get out of the chair and walk to the back door to reach the goal. You're going to have to introduce yourself to Jesus Christ and ask him to come into your life and save you. And if you're still undecided, if life is that good, then let me assure you from this point and from this pulpit that you are going to a place of torment. And there will be no coming back. I hope this morning that you have sense enough to stop and think that you sealed your fate by no action. Rahab took the action. Procrastination with no faith and no action is going to seal your very fate. The good life that you so cherish here today, oh, the good life has cheated you out of eternity with God's love and mercy. Father, we ask this in Christ's name. Whatever need there is this morning, salvation by grace through faith, altar call, whatever the need, Father, give us the strength to take the step forward and the action by faith in Christ's name. Amen.
Please stand, turn around.